Morning friends. Today we are going to discuss about another important topic from H1NMR spectroscopy, that is diamagnetic anisotropy. So in this lecture we are going to cover what is meant by diamagnetic anisotropy and the problems which are asked in CSIR NET examination on the diamagnetic anisotropy. So let's begin. In my last lecture, we have already discussed about the chemical shift values of H1NMR, and we already seen that it starts from 0 and it will go for 11. Okay, so 0 to 11 is a common chemical shift pattern or common chemical shift region for the H1NMR. But somehow, in some cases, there are signals which we see below 0, or we can see the signals at -1, -2 or -3, etc. So why this unusual chemical shift happens, or why the protons shows the negative chemical shift below 0, this is can be explained by the concept called diamagnetic anisotropy effect. Okay, so let's see what is diamagnetic anisotropy. You can see that before we go for the diamagnetic anisotropy, we need to see the ring current and induced magnetic field. So this is a simple benzene molecule, and as you know, there are pi electron inside. This circle represents the pi electrons. So when we put the pi electron system in the magnetic field, the pi electron will rotate. Okay, this will rotate and generates a ring current around these carbons. Okay, this will generate ring current around the carbon, and this ring current will induce a magnetic field. Okay, this will induce a magnetic field from the center. Okay, this will induce the magnetic field from the center. You can see here the orange color is a ring current. This is a ring current, and the blue color is induced magnetic field. Okay, this will induced magnetic field. This will be like this. So we have applied magnetic field and now induced magnetic field. Understood? We have two magnetic fields. That's why the concept sometimes called as diamagnetic. And what is anisotropy? This induced magnetic field is not uniform. It is anisotropic. It is anisotropic. That means it is not uniform for all the protons. Understood? This is different for the periphery proton, and this is a different for inside proton, or the protons which are inside the ring. In case of benzene, there are no inside proton, or there are no protons inside the ring. So only periphery protons we are considering. So benzene ring or benzene is not the right or proper example to explain magnetic anisotropy or diamagnetic anisotropy, as we have only periphery protons. So due to this applied magnetic field and induced magnetic field, okay, this is in the direction of the induced magnetic field is in the direction of applied magnetic field. That's why these protons are de-shielded, and you know that the aromatic proton appear between 7 to 8 ppm. Okay, due to diamagnetic anisotropy, they are de-shielded and appears at 7. But if we have the proton inside the ring system, this induced magnetic field will oppose the applied magnetic field. This induced magnetic field will oppose the applied magnetic field, and it will shield the protons which are present inside the ring system. Let's see another example for the proper understanding. We have this example. In this, we have black hydrogens, the periphery hydrogens, and the pink hydrogens are inside the ring system. Okay, inside the ring system, or better I will say they are in the shielded zone. They are in the shielded zone, and the H protons which are colored black, they are in the de-shielded zone. So the pink protons are shielded and shows the chemical shift around -0.5 ppm. The pink one appear at -0.5 ppm, and the black ones appear around 7 to 8 ppm. Okay, so now we consider the acetylene molecule. So orientation of acetylene molecule is like this. So the hydrogens at the top and bottom, they are in the shielded zone. We mark this as plus. Okay, the shielded zone is marked as plus. So they are in the shielded zone, but there are no protons outside the shielded zone or in the de-shielded zone. So in case of acetylene, the protons are shielded and they appear around 2 to 3. Okay, they appear around 2 to 3. Okay, this unusual behavior of acetylene can be explained by the concept diamagnetic anisotropy. So we have these molecules or this functional group over here. In case of benzene ring, there are no inside protons, or in the shielded plus is shielded zone. So there are no protons in shielded zone, but in de-shielded zone there are aromatic protons. They are appear around 7 to 8. In case of olefins, there are no protons around shielded zone, but there are protons which are present on the carbon. They are in de-shielded zone and appears around 5 to 6 ppm. Similarly with the aldehydic H, this aldehydic H is in the de-shielded zone and appear around 10 ppm. Understood? So what is de-shielding and shielding due to diamagnetic anisotropy effect. Let's see another examples which are available in the Pavia and on the internet. So this example we already seen. These two hydrogens due to shielding, they appear at minus 0.5 delta, and the aromatic ones around 7 to 7.3 ppm. Now in this example, this proton is attached with this carbon, but it appears in the shielded zone of benzene ring, okay, in induced magnetic field. So this surprisingly shows the value of minus 4.03. Similarly, in this example, the red protons are shielded due to diamagnetic anisotropy effect. They are inside the ring system. Okay, so they appear at 0.0 delta ppm. That means around TMS. The blue one is de-shielded and they appear at 7.6. Similarly, these two methyl surprisingly shows the delta ppm value at minus 4.25, and the hydrogen which is colored blue, it shows 8.1 due to de-shielding of diamagnetic anisotropy effect. Understood? Let's see few more example and then we'll discuss the problems. This example, this hydrogen now CH2 appears at minus 4 ppm due to the diamagnetic anisotropy effect. Similarly, if we have 18 aniline, the inside protons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 protons appear at minus 1.8 ppm and outside proton appears at 8.9 ppm. So this negative value of protons or chemical shift can be explained by the concept diamagnetic anisotropy effect. So let's see what examples or what type of examples are asked in the previous CSIR NET examination. So in the 2018, this one example is asked in CSIR NET examination. We need to match the protons with the chemical shift value. You can see the compound number 3 having the hydrogen which is inside the ring system. That means it will appear around minus 0.61. So 3 will be C. So the first two option might be correct option. So let's choose the correct option from first two. So this will at normal 6.27. This have no diamagnetic anisotropy effect, so it will be normal olefinic proton at 6.27, and due to de-shielding effect or diamagnetic anisotropy effect of this triple bonds and this double bond, this hydrogen shows unexpected value at 16.4, very downfield, due to because this hydrogen is appearing between the two methyl group and in the de-shielded zone, because you know the shielded zone is alongside of this triple bond. So this appears in the de-shielded zone and shows the chemical shift value around 16.4. So the correct option is 3 will be C, 2 will be A. So 2 will be A, 3 will be C, and 1 will be B. So the correct option is option number 2. Now next option or next problem is this. In this we have cyclooctatetride and it's treated with the H+. We get this kind of ion, I will say propellant type of ion. So we have Ha, Hb, H1 to H7. So we need to match the column PQRS with 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will say that Hb is inside the ring system, so it will be shielded due to diamagnetic anisotropy effect and will appear around minus 0.3. So the Hb, this Hb proton, Hb will have minus 0.3 value. Okay, Hb will be minus 0.3. So that means Q will be 1. So Q will be 1 in the case of option number 1 and option number 3. Okay, now you can see Ha, H1 and H7, they are in the similar de-shielding zone. That means they will have nearby similar value. So you can see here HA will be having 5 or 6, and H1 and H7 will have 6.4. So if we go for the correct option, the S will be 8.5. S will be 8.5. So you can see here S will be 8.5, that means 4. S is 4. Q is 1, S is 4. That means the correct option is option number 1 for this problem. You can tally other protons also and confirm the answer and write it in comment box. Okay, so the correct option for this problem is option number 1. So guys, I did the referencing from the introduction to spectroscopy by Pavia and the spectrometric identification of organic compounds by Silverstein. So these two books are very good books for the spectroscopy. Most of the videos I prepare by referring these two books only. Okay, so